Yo, 6 a.m.ers. Are you ready? Shades on for sunrise yoga class. Good morning. I'm Alicia Ray. It is Earth Day. We are so excited to welcome in this beautiful special day with a fire energy flow. So I've got my special Earth Day shirt, Be Kind to Your Mother. And those of you up this early, good morning. I got up early just for you. Hi, Haley. So I debated if I should have the ring light on or if I should have the natural light on so that way we can really welcome in the sunrise. So we will see what that looks like. And as I'm adjusting lighting, what you guys will want to get for your practice, if you have a yoga strap, that would be beneficial. And then we're going to be near the wall today so we can use the wall as a resource as well. So, and shades optional if you feel like the sunrise is so illuminating and bright that you need a little shade. Okay, so let's get on our mats in a moment. Oh yeah, we definitely need a little lighting. So just gonna bring in a little light, and then hopefully you'll see that it gets a little brighter as the sun comes into the room. So again, good morning. Welcome to your sunrise practice fire flow. Let's get started on our mats in a seated position. And again, if you have a yoga strap, this would be really great to have for your practice today. If not, that's okay. A block would also be beneficial, or pillow could be helpful a little later on in the practice. So if you have a pillow nearby, grab that as well. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. When we're moving the body this early in the morning, and by the way, I do recommend this sequence in the morning or afternoon only, we want to just make sure that the body is prepared properly for dynamic movement. So we'll start with a couple kriyas to get us going. In your seated position, go ahead and take your legs out to a V shape. And we'll start with something called the saw. So point your toes up, stretch your arms out to a T, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, you'll twist to the right like you're gonna saw off your toes, and then drive up to center, and then twist left. So you're hinging forward, you're twisting, pretending to saw off your toes, coming back straight up, shoulders over your hips. So it's this alternation that allows you to incorporate some twisting, some stretching, but also some grounding. We're really gonna focus on our fire flow today through the center, core strength, and gaze. Fire energy translates through our sense of sight. So a lot of movement, twisting, power poses, and focus. Last few, 2, and 1. Clearly you can see my dog is into this. She's like, why are you up this early? Okay, bring your feet together, Baddha Konasana, palms on your shins. Take a moment to stretch the heart up, lean back just a little bit, tilt back. Exhale, pull chin towards throat, navel back towards spine, hollow out front line. Do this a lot in my yoga classes. It's a seated cat-cow. This is such a great stretch to open up the channels of energy, the Sushumna channel that drives up through the center of your body, activating all the chakra points. And wake up the body. A couple more here, feeling the breath start to illuminate, the body warming. And then let's bring back a couple more twists here. So fingertips on your shoulders, and then little twist side to side. The breath becomes sort of intuitive as you're twisting. 3, 2, 1. Release to center. Left palm or right hand to the side, up and over. And then change. We'll flow that a couple times, just getting some nice side body movement, some lateral movement. I'm starting to see hues of pinks as the sun is rising. It officially rises here in Denver at 6:14. So we'll be well into our sun A by then. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over your legs. Take a moment to stretch here. come back up. Let's come to tabletop. Palms underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and some nice cat-cow movement here. Come to standing on your knees. We'll do a baby camel. So just interlace hands behind you at your low back for a chest expansion. Knuckles at your tailbone. Roll your right shoulder back, bend the elbow. Roll the left shoulder back, bend the elbow. And really you're just leaning back slightly, pulling your chin towards your throat. Feel that nice opening, collarbones moving away from one another. Come back with head over your hips, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then hands behind the head, elbows out to the sides. And then draw elbows in towards your temples and lean back a little bit more. Get a little bit more upper body lift. So sternum lifting, head relaxes back into your hands. And then a couple tilts here. So we draw chin to chest, sit back, hips on heels, and then open up, widen the elbows. So exhale, elbows in, tap hips to heels slightly, and then rise up. So a little quad work. A couple more of these. Again, just trying to get the body a little more warm before we move. And release. From here, child's pose, toes touch, knees wide. Go ahead and melt yourself to the earth, forehead on the earth. Again, listening to my cues, not necessarily concerned about if I'm moving around, what I am doing. Take a moment here to decompress into your child's pose. Close your eyes and focus on your internal gaze. Start to connect to the energy of fire here. Fire is very transformational. It allows us to create permanent change. So I love this analogy I learned in Ayurveda training, that if you treat yourself like a cake, right? Think about the ingredients of a cake. Flour, from, in my case, gluten-free flour, sugar, cage-free, happy chicken eggs, and then they become a cake, okay? They cannot go back to being the flour, the sugar, and the eggs, right? And we have that embodiment within ourselves to transform and evolve. Fire energy can be very dynamic. It can create power and strength. It's fierce, but it also has a side to it that can be a little harsh. So we want to find that blend, and that's where we're learning to discipline the ego in our practice. So a couple more moments for you to breathe here. And activating fire energy allows us to create focus, goals, discipline, and achieve a purpose. So think about what you would like to make out of your practice this morning. 3 more breaths. All right, come back up to tabletop. Let's find some spinal balancing. So extend right or left arm out in front of you, thumb points up, and then opposite leg behind you. So push the heel back, toes point down, and then a slight inward spiral of your inner thigh, of your extended leg. Now push into your rooted palm, pull navel up and in a little bit, a slight tuck of the tail, reach and stretch toes to fingertips. Let's extend the arm out to the side, palm is down. Extend your leg out to the side and hold here for a few breaths. Come to center, bend your knee, open up, receive your foot from behind you. Kick back. Lift your gaze slightly. And then extend back to spinal balancing, couple tucks and curls, elbow to knee. Shh. 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 Reach and release. Let's do this to the other side. Extend arm and leg, opposite arm and leg. Thumb points up, pause here. Let's establish midline, pull navel up and in. Tailbone lengthening towards your back heel, slight inner spiral of the extended leg. Breathe here. And then extend out to the side. So arm reaches, palm is facing down, leg extends out, heel pushes out to the side. Breathe, lift, back to center, bend your knee, reach behind you for your foot. Now this is where you start to lift your chest a little bit more, gaze straight forward, and welcome in your breath. Reach, breathe in, exhale, shh, exhale, shh, exhale, shh. Spiral balancing stretch, and then palms down. Let's find our downward facing dog, yogis. Lift your hips up and back. I failed to mention, so if you want to pause real quick and choose some music, I do have a fire flow that gives us a lot of energy for this practice. Otherwise, it's also nice to welcome in ambient sounds or no sound at all. So settling into Adho Mukha Svanasana, feel this as a stretch at first. Take a few moments to acquaint yourself with how your body's feeling this morning. We'll come into Ujjayi breath, so we create that fire focus. So sealing the lips, breathing in through your nose, and through your nose you exhale. Find that again, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a moment to walk our hands and feet to center of mat for a ragdoll pose. Cross palms, elbows, relax head and neck, sway side to side. So take a few stretches here in your forward fold. And then toe heel feet out a little bit wider. Let's start to find some half circle sways. Bend the knees. So standing core work here as we start to incorporate a little bit more sway, and then all the way up and around, sunflower. Reach and complete your circle. Let's do that one more time. Up and around and back down. Sway side to side a few times. Let go of any energy and stagnation around the face. And then change your circle direction up all the way around. One more time. Feel this coming from your core. Freedom to move your body. And sway a few more times. And release fingertips to the floor. And either your feet are hip width apart or toes touch. Take a moment here, halfway lift, so hands come to the tops of your thighs. With a long spine, 90-degree angle in your body, and then extend your biceps in line with your ears. Find a steeple grip here. Wrap your thumbs, release your index fingers. Now pull core up and in. Push down into your heels and toe mounds. Inner thighs spiral back. We use the core to start to come up to standing pose. Breathe in. Exhale, release arms to the side. Back up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Little back bend or shoulder shrug as you exhale. Take it easy, first one. Inhale, reach up, palms press, side body stretch. Let's get a little bit more lateral movement. And after some twists here, so standing vertical twists. Do a few of these. Keep your hips square, twisting from belly button up. And then exhale, like the rays of sun, open the arms, gently fold into yourself. Halfway lift, tuck and curl. We'll hang on to this stretch for a few more moments. Lower your knees. And lower, untuck your toes. Sit your hips on your heels for a moment. Good. And we're going to find some Kapalabhati breath. This is going to help us to create a lot more energy for the flow. And the breath becomes intuitive. So I'll demonstrate it at first. I'll let you stay seated. I'll come up a little closer to the camera, and then you can join in. So it's a little bit like a reflex. What will happen is your belly will actually start to activate when you do this breath, and you'll feel it moving. So I'll show you what that looks like as well. Okay, so we would exhale everything out. Good, I'm gonna demonstrate first. And it's like this. Okay, that's option 1, which is done through the mouth. Option 2 can be done through the nose. You breathe in, quick little exhales, and it starts to pulse the breath. The inhale becomes an automatic, okay? So you're focusing on the exhale. Let's do this together. If you haven't already joined in, take your seat and Kapalabhati breath out through the mouth or the nose. You choose. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, 1, release. Big breath in, stretch. Exhale, back to tabletop. Let's stretch back to plank pose from our tabletop. Hold here for a few moments. Focus your gaze, energy of fire. Bring your right knee down to the mat, supported side plank. Open up to the side for a moment. Stretch, reach, breathe. Walk fingertips across the ceiling, rainbow the body, replant, change sides. Open up, fingertips across, plant, and step back, high plank. Let's take a breath in. First chaturanga, go for it. Lower mid plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's build some flow. We're ready for it. Right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to your nose, pull your upper body forward with you. Re-extend, 3-leg dog. So we're going to do 3-point dog here. Exhale, tap your tricep. Keep the knee really high. Re-extend, breath in. Cross your body to your elbow. Shh. 3-leg dog, breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Come up into your crescent lunge. Take a moment here, stretch, pulse into it a few times. Good, breathing in. Crescent lunge, exhale, airplane torso. So roll shoulders back, pull navel up and in. On the inhale, we step to chair pose, feet together, arms high. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Inhale, chair. Exhale, vertical left. Good. Back to your chair pose, breathe in. Cactus the arms. Shoulders on your back, sit low. Now sit really low and just reach the arms up. 1 and back 2, reach 3 and 4. Back up, mountain or chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Ooh, feel that stretch. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, maybe a jump through to mid plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg up and back, breath in. Knee, nose, pull your full body forward with you. Exhale. Re-extend, breath in. Tap high to your tricep, kind of like a hurdler's pose. One more time, breathe in, reach. Cross your body, tap elbow, exhale. 3-leg dog, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Crescent rise. Couple moments here to pulse into the pose and breathe. Feel your gaze, your focus, continuing to call your attention back to this moment so that your intention that you set for your practice has your full attention. Airplane arms. Take the breath in. Exhale, we step toes touch, chair pose, arms high, breath in. Airplane torso, breath out. Drinking bird, lift the heels, arms are gonna come forward to warrior 3. Focus your balance. Hands, heart, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Try this on. Hands touch the mat. And you land in mid-plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's build from there. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Rising up, crescent lunge, breath in. Airplane torso, breath out. Pause here for a moment. Okay. So keep one arm extended back. Bring the opposite arm forward. Doesn't matter which one because we're going to alternate evenly. And then exhale, we switch and switch. So we're breathing fluidly as we're moving the arms. Your core is engaged. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Now the arms will be forward. Warrior 3 arm variation. Step the feet together, airplane torso, chair pose. Sit low, reach high, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands come to heart. I'm going to do a quick little bit of bandha work here. So bandha work is where we're activating the deep core muscles, okay? And this is like a energy kriya as well. So what happens is, again, I'll demonstrate. You're going to stay in chair because you love it. 6 a.m. chair, nothing better. The sun has officially come up here. So in your chair pose, it's a nice way to access this. Hands are on your thighs, and I'll walk you through it and then you'll do it. So what's going to happen is you'll disengage the core. It's going to feel a little counterintuitive. You'll relax your core, let your belly drop. Great for the ego, super humbling. We're always wanting to hold our core in, okay? And once you've done that, you'll exhale all the air out of your body. You want to completely empty your body of air. And then you don't inhale. You hold that space, and then you'll start to suction cup. You'll get Uddiyana, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jala Bandha. So there's this vortex of energy that you're pulling up towards your throat, and it hollows everything out. There's a rounding that happens. And then when you feel like you have to breathe, your body intuitively will gasp for air. Okay, so let's try this on. Exhale everything out. See if I can. Drop the belly. Okay, let's do that together. Okay, hands on your thighs, exhale everything out. You're not going to breathe in, you're just going to exhale everything out, let the belly drop. Down, suction cup. You're pulling your navel back and up like you tied a string to it. You're just pulling that string all the way through up to your throat. Tap your chin towards your chest. You're going to feel that deflation, that deflate, and then you'll inhale. Let's try it one more time. This is going to be worth it. We'll use this later in class. Exhale everything out. Okay, we feel the fire now, we feel awake, we're alive. Core is so activated, we should be able to levitate. Let's try it on. Back into our chair, reach the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Trying on our jump back to mid-plank this morning. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So feel the bandha here in your down dog. You can practice this in your downward facing dog. Letting your belly drop, pulling your chest towards your thighs, and then feeling that suction cup. You actually have gravity helping you because now you're bringing that energy down rather than up. Such a great way to build strength in your midline. And of course, if you do this often enough in the morning, every day, you'll feel the fire, the detoxification. It's best to do this in the morning, empty stomach. Okay, enough talk, more yoga flow. Let's lift the right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent lunge, we rise. Airplane, torso just once, exhale. Back to our crescent, inhale. Vertical twist, right, exhale. So good. Yeah, opening up, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side. Reverse, up and back. Down to the mat. Maybe it's Akapada Chaturanga, keep one leg lifted. Bend elbows. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. Feel that warmth in your body. Exhale, airplane torso. Crescent lunge, inhale. Vertical left as you exhale. We're already warm, so we're going right into this flow. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side. Reverse, up and back. To the mat, touch. Step back, ekapada, lift one leg, lower. We're gonna build and add on to the flow, make it more challenging as we move on. Here we go, adding on, listen for change, right leg up and back. Knee nose, coming back to our 3-point dog. Re-extend, tap into your tricep, lift high. Re-extend, cross your body, knee elbow. 3-leg dog, breath in, exhale, low lunge. Crescent rise, airplane full fly, full airplane dacasana. We'll take a moment, breathe here. Touch fingertips to the floor, step back. Crescent lunge, inhale. Vertical twist as we exhale. Flow in, move it with breath, open up warrior two. Exhale, extend. Reverse. Adding on down to the mat. Step back, side plank. Reach up. Breath in. You can still take your ekapada as you come back to plank. Keep the leg lifted. Lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg high, breath in. 3-point dog, knee nose. Don't rush this, slow and controlled. Reach back. Knee high to tricep. Breath in. Cross. Use that bandha energy you just unlocked. Reach up, breath in. Low lunge, land soft. Rise, crescent. Full airplane dacasana. Check in with your focus, your drishti. Fire up. Touch the floor. Back to your lunge. Rise up, crescent. Vertical twist. Warrior two, breath in. Exhale, I'm already feeling the warmth. Reverse, up and back. Hopefully you are too. Down to the mat. We find our side plank. Step back mindfully. Reach up. From here, find your ekapada if you'd like. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A little different. Take a moment, breathe in. Push your heart back towards your thighs. Inhale, right leg up and back. 3-point dog, exhale, knee to nose, and we pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-extend. Exhale towards your tricep, and maybe a little hurdlers. Try it on. Push back, woo! And we cross. This time you can pulse or find your fallen triangle. Open up. Breathe for 3. Reach for the energy of the sun, 2. 3-leg dog, 1. Kick up and back, breath in. Bend the knee, open up the hip, breath out. And then through to a low lunge. Back to the flow, rise up, inhale, crescent. Exhale, dacasana, airplane. Warrior 3, adding on. Arms come forward. Take a moment here. Balancing poses require a lot of focus and discipline. So use your gaze, your drishti to help facilitate that. Breathe in. All right, release now to a standing splits. We'll get a little more leg stretch. We'll want that for later on in the practice. Come back to a low lunge, step back, and we open up to warrior 2 now. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And back to extended side angle. We have an opportunity here. I'm going to change to face you all. We have an opportunity here to use our strap for a bind. So if you'd like, you can stay in extended. You can pivot down, come out of the pose a little bit, and wrap your front arm underneath front leg, hook right at your glute, and then stack shoulders. But what's nice about this, when we come into this pose using the strap, is it gives us a lot more freedom. So instead of me having to minimize my space, I have the strap here and I can really lift. Such a difference. So strap at the back. Here's what that looks like from the front. So this is no strap and then with strap. So much more space and freedom to work with. And then over time, you discipline your body to get there without the props. Take a few more breaths. We release our bind back to extended. Reverse, or back to warrior two. Exhale, down to the mat. We're going to find our side plank. Side plank pose, reach up. Try on an ekapada if you'd like. If you took ekapada, find maybe wild thing, opening up, play. Creative energy is open through fire. Back through vinyasa. Upward dog. Downward dog. One more flow. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here, pulse, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up, breath in. Exhale to your tricep, maybe a little hurdlers prep. Come down. Back up. Ooh. 3-leg dog and then cross. Little pulses or fallen triangle. Reach up. Replant, 3-leg dog. Breath in, bend the knee, open up your hip. Low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. Full airplane, transitioning into our warrior 3. Arms come forward. Thumbs are up. Shoulders away from ears. Focus on your core. Take a breath in. Slowly release to standing splits. Let's get the stretch. And then we step back. Low lunge. Open up, warrior 2. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to extended side and pause. So we're working into our half or full bind. So you can hang out here in your extended. You can use your strap. So draw the upper body down, shoulder to the inside of your front thigh. Wrap your tricep underneath your thigh. Hand at your low back. If you're down here, I'd rather that you use the strap or come out and take a half bind. The important thing is to stack the shoulders and keep the chest open and lifted so you get the benefit of the pose. Otherwise, it's just an ego pose. Good. Breathe. Feel your body working for you. Feel your breath working for your body. We release into extended side angle. Back up to warrior 2, reset, breath in. Exhale to our side plank. We step back, reach up. Maybe ekapada, wild thing, open up, breathe. Exhale, back through to your vinyasa, downward facing dog. Take a moment, come back into your bandha energy in your downward dog. So strong through your core. And then roll to your plank. Wouldn't be a fire class without spending a few moments in plank pose for sure. So focus here. Find your breath. Gaze is down, back of the neck long. Keep holding and find simplicity through the breath. So now we'll try our variation of where we started the practice. So lift your right leg, extend your left arm out. Work through the struggle, the wobble, the balance, the imperfect energy. So we embrace and humble the ego. Change sides. We remind our ego that yoga is a practice, it's not perfect. We show up with different information every day, and our bodies are learning to balance and attune. Back to plank. Hold here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lower your knees. Take a moment. Shift your hips back. We'll get a stretch in the upper body. We'll come into forearm plank next. Forearm plank, parallel your forearms, or you can bring your fingertips to a slight point at the top and bring your heels back, knees lifted. Now, you stay in forearm plank. I want to show you some options of using the strap today. So this is really great for where we're heading with some of our arm balance inversions. You can wrap the strap around the triceps, the biceps, and the upper body. And you want to ensure that this strap is about mid-level of the arm, upper arm, and it keeps your elbows right in line with your shoulders and slightly inward. And then when you resist against the strap, you have that firing up of your upper body, which is what we want to tap into. So if you don't have the strap today, I definitely recommend getting one in next practice. You can add this into our forearm stand, or forearm plank that is. And from here, I'll catch up with y'all moving into dolphin. Start to walk your toes towards you, shortening your stance. It's always gonna feel like your hips are a lot higher over your shoulders. All right, so keep pushing that edge because the sensation of the mind is a little bit false. Again, that's ego telling you a story, trying to protect you, trying to limit your ability to face fear. So as you come into your dolphin, it really is about walking, walking, walking so far forward. You feel that transition of energy in your upper body firing up. Head doesn't touch the floor. Pull core up and in. Let's lift one leg. Step and change. Now from here, back to forearm plank, or you can play with your forearm stand. I'm going to use the wall, which is why I recommended being near a wall. It's just a nice way to help bring a little bit more awareness of where your body can go with this pose. So forearms are down. I have my strap around my triceps. Head doesn't touch the floor, and you lift into your dolphin, okay? From here, you can start to walk hips a little closer to the wall and lift up. Another option to build strength and awareness for this pose is to bring your feet to the wall. Come down onto your foundation of your upper body. Move the strap away for this one. And your feet are pressing against the wall in the dolphin. Then from here, you can also move into wall stand. So 90-degree angle with your body. This is super challenging. We're gonna be here to play around with dolphin, forearm stand, wall stand, building strength, focus, and discipline. If you're on wall stand, you can play with lifting one leg and then the other. And then we release. Woo! Feeling the upper body, yes. Okay, so we are building to a peak here very soon. Take a moment to come back to your breath, maybe a child's pose. I'm gonna take a seat and just roll through my neck and shoulders a few times. Come back through to tabletop and downward facing dog. Activate Uddiyana Bandha, so let your belly drop. Suction, cup belly, up, 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 up towards your throat. There's no inhaling here, you're just feeling that pike, and then you'll feel that gasping of air once you've achieved full connection of your bandhas. Let's come forward to plank, breath in, lower all the way down. Doing a little spine movement. So excited to ready ourselves for our peak pose today. So for spine, you can start with cobra or go right into locust. Interlace hands behind you. I think we're ready for locust. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale everything out. Lift your legs, lift your chest. And breathe. Waking up the body. Feeling that fire energy move through the rest of your body from your center. So through this flow, we've been able to increase the immune system. And help support the metabolism, digestion. We're getting really great Agni, digestive fire going. And release. Take a moment, rest your head, rest your mind. And come back up. We'll do floor bow. Bend your knees, reach back for your feet. Exhale everything out. Shh. Lift your thighs, lift your chest. Big opening here. Go for 3. Keep lifting. Don't be stationary. Finding a little bit more space, 2. And 1. Release. Take a moment. Chill out. Palms towards you. Push yourself up to tabletop. Take a seat. Find your block or your strap or your pillow. We're going to move into peacock pose next. So by request, my friend Haley, who I know is up with me right now. Good morning. Okay. To ready ourselves for peacock, the pillow or the block at your gut. Okay. And then from there, you'll roll over this obstruction. The pillow is a little bit kinder. The block is a little more intrusive. We just want to get the body comfortable with feeling that compression or obstruction in the gut, which is what will eventually be your elbows, and that you can still breathe when you're feeling this. So what we're learning to do here is send the breath to the back of the body, okay, to the upper back. So practice breathing here in this fold. Another thing you could do is roll your mat and put your rolled mat up into your gut. We did a lot of bandha work to help move and soften the organs so that they can shift a little bit. It's the cool thing about the body is how it will move and take form and shape. So breathing here. Calm the breath. If anything, this is a great gut cleanse. So if you don't get to peacock, you can enjoy keeping the block or your rolled mat or pillow here, and it will massage the gut. Okay. And then do one more little stretch here, tricep stretch. Great. And grab your strap. So I am going to recommend using the strap for supporting you in peacock pose. There are lots of different ways to get into arm balance inversions. Peacock pose has a lot of entrances and exits as well. So this is just one way that I'm guiding you. If it doesn't work for you, find what does, okay? But remember that sometimes it's about patterns that we create in our practice. So if you're always exiting or entering and exiting a pose a certain way, that's the only intelligence you have about it. So I encourage you to try different ways to approach the asana so you learn more. All right, so I have my strap, checking in the elbows are slightly inward of the humerus, the shoulder joint. So when I press against my strap, I'm locked in. Another thing that you can do if you have a sticky mat, when you come down to your forearms, you can feel connection of your skin to your sticky mat. So you'll be in slightly and then you resist and your skin locks into your sticky mat. So fun little trick I learned from one of my teachers a while ago. So got my strap, bringing it up towards the upper arms a little bit more. And then with anatomy for the ladies, your elbows are moving into your gut. And so what we have to be mindful of is upper body, upper chest. So you just have to kind of work with your anatomy a little bit. You're like hugging things in, pushing things down, work with that. And elbows in towards your gut. We'll start with, I like to start in kind of like a child's pose. So hips on heels, palms down to the inside of your thighs. Get a little wrist stretch going. Just feel what it's like to then start to come forward. And hips are off your heels. and bringing your upper body on top of your elbows. Kiss the floor and lift your hips. Ooh. All right, we're just gonna try it once and call it a day. We're gonna keep working on this. And when Haley requested we work on peacock, I was thinking about it and I'm like, this is that pose that I work on a lot and then I forget about it for like a year. And I think it's been about a year since I've done this pose. And then I get all excited and that's all I want to do. And that's probably the case for a lot of our arm balance inversions. So work out the wrist a little bit as you need. And then sometimes it's about bringing the wrists together and the fingers apart for this pose. Sometimes it feels better for people to have fingers forward. Again, you have to start to facilitate the pose and see what works for you. The strap isn't working for you, set it to the side as well. Let's try that again. So, palms down, chest rest on your elbows, your triceps, gut, lift the hips, extend the legs. I got a semi-peacock today. What this looks like when full expression is legs will start to come up, and that's the vision of the peacock feathers. Okay, play around with this for a couple more moments. When you're ready, you can take a seat or child's pose. I'm gonna try one more time without the strap, see how that goes. Try lifting one leg, the other. Kissing the floor is definitely recommended. Make out with your mat. Okay, let's surrender to child's. And take a moment and process. So if ego is coming up, like I'm noticing mine is, it's like, oh, you're a yoga teacher, you should have busted out that pose. It's like, that is the most ridiculous thought ever. We're always approaching our practice with a new purpose and intention, and to me, full expression is you showing up with humility and an open heart and an open mind, okay? And yeah, there's breakthroughs that happen in our practice with arm balance inversions, and it feels liberating and freeing, but it'll happen when it's supposed to. And so for today, my peak was not that pose, but a different part of the practice. So think about what yours was. Where did you meet your sun energy? Where did you find that connection to your strength, to transformation? Bow into yourself. Walk your hands towards you. Walk knees forward. Let's transition onto the back. Hug your knees into your chest. The sun is fully arrived. Rock and roll clockwise, counterclockwise. There's a special energy to this early morning practice, this time of day. I feel like it's your spirit talking to you. Let's find a supine twist. Extend one leg, opposite knee towards your chest, towards your underarm, and then take your twist. Start to be aware of any thoughts or messages that are coming into your practice right now. We shift our energy into kapha energy. Right around 6 a.m., we move into that earth-water energy. So being able to incorporate fire during that time is super challenging. Change sides as you come to center. Now, if you practice this flow in the afternoon when you're at the peak of your fire energy, which is going to be between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., that's where your fire energy is strongest. And you try this flow again and see how it shifts and changes. It doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. It just means that fire energy is more amplified, so your transformation might be a little more effective. And then draw back to center. Closing down our practice. Come into a little ball squeeze, curl everything in, honoring your practice, honoring yourself. setting a goal or a intention for your day as you arrive into your Shavasana. Let everything soak in here. Take a moment of stillness. If you'd like to be still a little longer, please. That is the best gift that you can give yourself right now. I will start to move my body to help guide you to the end of our practice. And if you're ready to join me, you can come to a seat. Closing eyes. Taking a moment to feel. So you crushed your ego and you set an intention or a particular goal or focus for your day. So let that be your anchor. It's what you're moving towards. And take a moment to bring hands to heart or thumbs to third eye center. Closing our practice together as we acknowledge the light, the love, the teacher in ourselves and each other, and because it's Earth Day, honoring Mother Nature and this planet and the bounty that we are so grateful to have. Namaste. So friends, the next two classes to complete this series is air and infinity. So the air flow will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. and the infinity flow will be Friday at 9 a.m. And that will take us through this whole series. Since today is Earth Day, I invite you to find a way that you can give back. Think about something that you wanted to maybe start doing for the planet, recycling, zero waste, minimizing plastic, giving up plastic straws. So finding your way to create intention for the earth today. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon. Namaste.